877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market. You get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Of course, we have a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. 6 straight years of job creation, the longest streak ever. Low unemployment, wages are rising again, inequality is narrowing, the housing market is healing.
Really? Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast, around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. I have a lot to be grateful for. We all have a lot to be grateful for this Thanksgiving. Thank God he's gone. This guy can't tell the truth. It's unbelievable. 6 years of labor growth. Are you kidding me? Wages increasing? Are you nuts? It's not happening. This is crazy. Overall, since the pre-crisis peak in December 2008, only 2.3 million jobs, full-time jobs I'm talking about, were added. That's it. Meaning growth rate of full-time job, growth rate has been flatlined for 8 years under this liar. In fact, the U.S. has lost 1.5 million manufacturing jobs. 2.4 million if you add in construction jobs, mining jobs, meaning silver mines, copper mines, oil, that sort of thing, while gaining 1.7 million bartenders, waiters, and social workers. The truth is, for 8 years, we've lost the best jobs ever, the big jobs, the $60,000, $70,000 jobs. He's provided us 1.7 million bartending jobs. Come on. Are you kidding me? Wages? They've been stagnant. You know, it's wonderful. We've hit this all-time new high in the Dow, in the S&P, in NASDAQ. This is all terrific. We love it. And the gang is excited. We've done well. But let's put things in perspective. This is fantasy land. This Trump rally, a 5% Trump rally at the very end of a 180% rally, a front-loaded rally started in 2008 that has been totally financially manipulated. Financial engineering is what brought us up to 180%, mostly all stock buybacks. Let's get real. This is crazy. Now, I'm glad Trump was elected. Are you kidding? I'm glad. But he's just not going to step in the office and 2 days later, everything's fine. He has a lot of headwinds. He's going to have to fight a lot of battles. At least, like I said yesterday, Obama only had to fight the Republicans. He's got to fight the Republicans and the Democrats. These programs he wants to put in place, infrastructure programs, for example, he's going to have to fight. The biggest fight he's got ahead of him is the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling. He can't borrow any more money. He's got to borrow money. But he can't because the debt ceiling's at $19.1 trillion. Stock market, all-time new highs. But profits aren't. Jobs aren't. Wages aren't. You can't make America great again when these CEO parasites and these board of directors are turning around and screwing the workers? Are you kidding? They're taking their profits instead of putting them back into the company and increase productivity, which increase wages, which grows the economy, makes America great again. That's not happening. Just got an announcement today. The S&P will spend another $2.6 trillion in cash next year on stock buybacks. They're already spending right now $125 billion a quarter. All stock buybacks. That's how the stocks are going up. You can't make America great again when CEOs are involved with massive stock manipulation because they own the law, they own the lawmakers, they own Congress. The more money the CEOs make, the more they own Congress. And they make the laws that take care of them. Example, every day they can, at a whim, decide they want to do more stock buybacks to move the stock up. So they get rich. They're the only one that benefits. Because remember, their pay is tied mostly to stock options. Price goes up, they get paid, make a bundle. So what did they do? They paid Congress to put in what they call Rule 10b-18 to legalize stock market manipulation. Exactly what it's legalizing through stock buybacks. What are you, nuts? The more money CEOs make, the more they invest into stock buybacks, but they also invest into buying Congress. ExxonMobil, by far the biggest stock purchaser. These stock buybacks, $300 million worth of shares a day to push their stock up. Apple, $1.5 billion a day to push their stock up. These poor people who think they buy these companies, they're going to buy and hold, and they're going to get rich, or they're going to retire, especially the people in 401k. Are you nuts? Stocks aren't going up for the right reasons. You can't make America great again with ExxonMobil going out there and purchasing 300 million shares a day of its own stock, or Apple 1.5 billion a day. You can't make America great again. All they're doing when they buy shares, the fewer outstanding shares, that means when they spread their profits among fewer shares, the earnings per share increase, which pushes the stock price up, which is a fantasy. It means there's prosperity in these companies without working for it. It's unbelievable. From 1998, Obama talks about prosperity, about wages. He's a liar. From 1998 to 2000, the only time in the past 46 years when real wages rose by 2% for 3 years running. That's the only time. 1998 to 2000. He's a liar. Stock buybacks are responsible for the low wages. Stock buybacks are responsible for why people don't get overtime and why it's all part-time jobs. Stock buybacks are responsible for why America isn't great again. I agree with Trump. You got to go out and you got to start rebuilding the roads and the schools and the sewage. But that's not the problem. You're not going to make America great by that. You're not going to make America great again by focusing on that. Sure, we need it. You got to focus on the corruption in the stock market. You got to focus on repealing Rule 10b-18. You can't make America great again with mass plant closings, eliminating millions of unionized blue-collar jobs. Are you kidding? Or where white-collar workers are spending his or her entire career with just one company, and then it disappears? Companies have been allowed to repurchase their shares on the open market with no regulatory limits. Are you kidding? They've got a license to steal. Like a lawyer. Worse. This is worse. They have no fear of the SEC charging them with stock manipulation. This is the worst stock manipulation ever. And now I watch CNBC celebrating as their underwear gets all knotted up. Hey, look at this. We have the three of our indices, all-time new highs celebrating. What they're celebrating is corruption. We'll be right back. 15 past the hour, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? Isn't it time you take control of your investments? For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true, right? So why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The Fed at the meeting in early November, the participants, of course, we know, judged that the case for a rate hike had, in fact, increased. What were the specifics? The participants said stronger labor market, an increase in wages, they called it inflation compensation, and an increase in the labor force participation rate, all positives towards moving towards the dual mandate.
That is another lie. What are you, nuts? Come on. Stronger labor market? Where? Where's the strong labor? You can't have strong labor unless you have strong productivity. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. By the way, it's Wednesday, Spaghetti Day, but also something else. Wednesday is when I post my new videos, and you just go to my site, Phil's Gang website, and the video gives you an insight look into what I am thinking about what the market's going to do. And I go over to market other things. It's really terrific. It's free. You get a real insight on what I'm thinking as to the market, and it could help you. So just go to my site, philsgang.com, click on Video Library, and there you'll see the free videos. Also, yesterday, by the way, I said yesterday would be our last day for you where you can get the free MV2 color-coded technology chart. It's a beautiful chart because what it does is for people who don't want to do any work, okay? Don't have time. Not that they don't want to work. They don't have time. They're busy, but yet they wish they could buy a stock. And the most important thing, more than buying a stock, they wish they could get a comfort level, go to sleep at night once they're in a stock, okay, where they know to get out. That's the most important thing about a stock, how to get out. When do I get out? And the technology I developed follows the institutional money. It follows the pension funds. It follows the 401ks. It follows the hedge funds. It follows the big guys. When they put money in, stocks go up. They take money out, stock goes out. It's that simple. It's not any harder than that. So I developed a technology that identifies that through simple color coding. And your children could use it, learn how to invest. They don't have to know anything about the company. What do you need to know the fundamentals of the company for? The fundamentals are all lies. You got CEOs, what they're doing is getting money that's free from the feds. Then they take their own money and they plow it all into buying stock. The stock goes up without having any prosperity in the company. They don't have to have profits. Why would they have to have profits? Because when you buy your own stock back, you're taking stock off the market that's available. The fewer shares and you spread your profits, that boosts up your earnings per share, which pushes up your stock, which is all fake. So that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. I'm not saying I hope Wall Street finds God and does things perfectly. I'm not saying that. I'm saying follow the trend. The trend is your friend. I've been doing this for 40 years. The trend's your friend. I just wanted to make sure my gang members knew when to get out of a stock. There's nothing worse than having an idiot like this when you call them. What should I do?
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day.
These are the idiots you give money to. Are you nuts? So, I said yesterday we had the program going for about 2 months where if you join the gang, it's $39.95, and you get this beautiful free chart. It's $24.95. It identifies in a color code when to buy, when to sell. Here, I'll give you an example. And this is the absolute truth. This is the absolute truth. If you take copper, now copper's been doing terrific. And copper, we have right now, if I look at copper, it turned red. Institutions were taking money out. when it was between about $9.14, $9.80. Then all of a sudden it turned green, which was a great buy signal. So it went from 10.14 up to 16.14. That's about a 54% gain. 54%. I'm not making this up. That's a 54% gain. You didn't have to know anything about copper. You didn't have to know what it did. You don't have to know anything about Freeport-McMoRan. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to know the board of directors. You don't have to know anything. So for 4 weeks, try it. See if it works for you. It's free. And then if it doesn't, you don't like it, that's the end of it. There's no contract. So you invested $39.95 in yourself for the membership. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You're going to get the value of $39.95 for 4 weeks. You learn more in 4 weeks than you learn in 4 weeks at Yale or Harvard. So what I said yesterday is we had the program going, this program where it was free with a gang membership, signed up for about 2 months, and we cut the program off yesterday. And I said I'll take just 10 more people. We had 8, so I'm not going to open it up for 2 more people today. So I'm just going to finish it out today. So I'll do 10 more today, and that's the end of it. Okay? I don't want to open up for 2 people. That'd be ridiculous. So 10 more. And then we shut the program. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Sign up, get your membership, and then you get the free color-coded chart, okay? So, again, 10 people, and that'll be the end of it, okay? Then we're done. All right. To do 2 people would be kind of a joke. All right. Here's the other thing. When we're talking about making America great again, it's the CEOs, the SEC, they own Congress. Here's our problem. The market has rallied 180% off the 2008 lows. The last 5% was Trump rally. Another joke. Okay? But that's fine. Hey, look, we made money. We made money on copper. We also we made money on about three different stocks. 3 different stocks we made money on. And just simply looking at the color-coded chart. A beautiful thing. Now, if you think about it, you can't make America great again with this mass manipulation. Companies have been allowed to repurchase their shares on the open market with no regulations. No SEC, nobody. The market has rallied, as said, 180%. Trump gave a 5% rally. Yet Main Street Americans did not share in the prosperity. No. Not even if you're in a 401k. Why? Because the fees in 401ks wiped out your gains. Every day you see it in the newspaper, another lawsuit. Employees are suing the company over the 401ks. They're the biggest scam ever. Or the other reason why people never participate in the profits of the 108%, because you in 2008, 2009, 2010, you said to your broker, just put me in something. I don't want to lose my money. I just want to hold on to my principal. I want to hold on to my principal. And they sucked you into these fixed assets. Are you kidding me? And you got your face ripped off in bonds. Hey, we'll be right back. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. This is it, the last 10 people.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore. because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160? With 2% fee, it drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap is trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. You're listening to The Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy. Be sure to check out the all-new Phil's Gang website at philsgang.com.
So there are a number of factors that have been depressing GDP growth. Remember, my colleagues now estimate that long-term growth rate is likely to settle under 2% without some change in policy. We have a more slowly growing labor force. Productivity growth has been as depressed as it is. And more recently, with the economy moving toward full employment, you would expect to see investment spending picked up, and it's not obvious exactly why it hasn't picked up. But I wouldn't agree that the Fed's monetary policy is actually hampered business investment. So
okay.
a number of...
All right. So listen to what she's saying. She doesn't sound too positive. Productivity's not good, she's saying. We have slow growth. Our GDP is going to be 1% to 2%. Are you kidding? But then when you listen to Obama, what's he say? I've done a pretty good job.
My guiding principle as president has been to try to do the right thing.
Oh, I can't even stand to hear him. He's saying look at my rates. Up 50%. People like me. Yes, they like him as a president. Here's how stupid he is. Yes, your approval rates are up to 50%, but they don't approve you as a leader. They don't approve you as the CEO of the United States. You didn't grow the economy. You're the only president that has not grown the economy by 3%. You're the only president that's lost so many manufacturing jobs so we could hire bartenders and waiters and social workers. Are you kidding? The facts are the facts. And he's trying to clean himself up. Oh, look at it. Everybody must love me. I'm doing a good job. No, they like him as a person. You want to go out to have a beer with him. Then take him in the back and punch him out. But still, you'd have the beer with him first. So, yeah, they love him as a guy. But what happened? The election said, we don't love you as a CEO. Because you said, vote for Hillary because she's going to do exactly what I did for 8 years, and she's going to have the exact same policies. And what happened? Overwhelming America, middle-class America, the Main Street America said, jump in a lake. You're a lousy CEO, and she's going to be a lot. Would you promise me the same stuff for the next 8 years? This guy's nuts. He's sick in the head. He's nuts. This boy better get real. Make America great again? Did you hear what she said? She talked about lousy participation rate. Well, where does this all come from? Here, it's real simple. This is not hard to figure out. She says labor's weak, participation rate. Now, what does that mean? What does that exactly mean? First of all, productivity is so important. So important. And she's saying it's bad. It's not good. You heard her. Don't blame me, she says. Well, who else are you going to blame? When you're giving CEOs money for nothing, why are they going to invest in the company, buy new equipment, buy new machinery, new technology to improve productivity? Productivity, remember, gives us wage growth. And when you have wage growth, now you become prosperous. But the first thing has to happen before productivity is the CEO has to be willing to take the profits and plow it back into the company to spend money on machinery and new equipment and new technology. That then pushes up productivity. Then when you push up productivity, that means wages increase. That means you give your workers more money. It also means that you also go out and you get new workers. It also means when you buy a new piece of machinery, if I'm a shirt manufacturer and I'm a CEO, I'm going to plow money into a shirt machine. Guess what? It has a multiple effect. What does that mean? That means the company that's going to make my machine, he's going to have to go to another company where they make parts for the machine he's making to give it to me, the shirt maker. That's a multiple effect of every one job. I'm creating 3. But we're not doing that because the CEOs are saying, to hell with that. My compensation is tied directly to stock options, which has to stop. And then they bought this Congress to say, look, put this law in, the 10B law, which means I can buy all these shares anytime, and you can't come after me for manipulation. Before 10B, the SEC used to go after CEOs for doing these stock buybacks. It's stock manipulation. That's what it is, stock manipulation. So that's wonderful. They're manipulating stock and it's going up, and if you're participating in it. But the problem is only 1 percentile is participating into it. Not Main Street. They're not participating in it. They don't have the money to be in stocks. See, capital investment is how the economy grows. A CEO, as I said, of a shirt company, he invested in new machinery, technology to increase productivity, which, of course, productivity is always a measure of wage growth. Our wages are terrible. They're a 10-year low. She said that. The labor is terrible. She said productivity is terrible. Now, you get the triple effect every time you order a machine. Now you have the productivity. We increase our wages. We hire new people. But 60% of the profits, what these CEOs doing, taking 60% of their profits and they're buying stocks back, their own stock back, to make the CEO richer. And then 40%, The other 40% goes to the shareholders. So 60% of the profits go to buy stock back. 40% goes to the biggest shareholders, so they get rich with dividends. There is nothing left for capital investment. And that's why our economy is not growing, and that's what you got to do to make America great again. So in the meantime, what am I going to do? Exactly what I'm going to take my. I'm not going to say, gee, I found God. I'm not going to buy J.C. Penney. Here I have my MV2. I'm watching it. It's red at $9.87. It's red at $9.26. It's red $8.54 all the way down. It's red. So it turns red on September 26th, and soon it turned green. It turned green. Guess what? On November 8th. And now J.C. Penney went from $8 up to $9.80. That's a 20% gain. I didn't have to know anything about J.C. Penney. Nothing. I don't have to know about the company. So the stock went up not because J.C. Penney made money. The stock went up not because J.C. Penney went out, the CEO, and ordered new equipment. So there'd be a multiple effect. So 3 people get hired in town. No, it only went up for one reason. He buys the shares. If there's 100 shares outstanding and he buys 50 of them, there's only 50 shares left. So he spreads his profit over just 50 shares instead of the 100. Earnings per 50 shares go up. And that moves the stock price. All fake, all manipulation. But I'm going to take my chart, turns green, I'm buying. And we did. The gang members who followed J.C. Penney every day would have made somewhere between 1% and 20%, depending when they got in, when it turned green. That's up to them. So I'm going to give you this chart free for 4 weeks, especially for people who don't want to do anything. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. It works. So if you're going to make America great again, we need productivity. Without productivity, you can't have a great America. And you got to get America great again by taking that law and getting rid of that law, that 10B law. See, people are, here's what's nuts. People on Main Street are using credit cards, about 5 of them, because they're not getting overtime, wages aren't going up, because the CEOs are getting rich. So they're not taking the money and plowing it into the companies to help wages for the employees. Instead, they're buying the stock, and the stock goes up. They got their stock option. They get rich. So as a result, people on Main Street are using 5 credit cards. They're paying 18% interest. But wait a minute. The CEOs are getting money free. Are you kidding? So the worker is paying 18% on 5 credit cards, trying to balance them because he doesn't have enough pay. When he pays all his bills, he's in the hole. So what's going on here? Oh, he did a good job at 50% rating. Good job? What, you mean that you give the rich free money and it costs Main Street 18%? What are you, nuts?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. PhilsGang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Looking for insights and investing information? Join Phil Grandy and become a Phil's Gang member today. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we have an announcement. AM 1260 AM, The Buzz, that's in Boston, picked up our show, and it's going to be on from 3 to 4 every weekday. That's AM 1260, The Buzz in Boston. They picked up our show. We're happy about that. So for all your friends and folks in Boston, now you can hear us in Boston as well. Okay, again, we're finishing up. As I said yesterday when I said we'd take last 10, we had, I think, 2 left, and then we weren't going to open up the loans for this program for 2 people. So I said we'll do 10 more today. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Call now. They'll answer you, sign you up for the free chart that identifies for you when money is going into a stock and money is coming out. That's the most important thing. When is the energy coming out of a stock? When is the energy? Stocks are about energy. Stocks are about pricing power, not all this garbage you hear on CNBC.
Here we go. Goldman Sachs. So you're thinking you missed it. You're up 20% since the election, and it's not going to give you a comfortable entry point here. You broke back, impulsive move above the 200-day here. I think there's another $50 of upside in this stock.
So he's going to put you in the stock, $50 upside. What's he, nuts? The stock, when it turned green, and my gang members bought this, it was around $167, okay? $167, it turned green on our chart. Okay, it identifies the institutions were buying it, so that tells us to get in and buy it. Now, It is now up. That was right around, I don't know, I think that was right around October 17th. Today, it's $212. So that means Goldman Sachs went up about 20%, 29%. So let's say you got 10% of it. You don't have to get it all. When it turns green, long as it stays green, go in. And you'll get the signal when the money's going out. Then you get out. It's that simple. It's so easy, it's hard to explain to people. When I designed this thing, I should be selling millions of these. But you can't get it. Sounds too simple. So I'm going to give it to the last 10 people today. And I shut the program down. If I don't get 10, that's fine. Whatever we do today is it. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Now, I'm not going to make you rich. I'm not going to tell you you're going to be rich, but I can tell you this idiot that just told you, oh, I think it's another $50. How does he know? How does he know it's going to be another 50 in it? He has no idea. We could dig up J.P. Morgan. He'd second the emotion. He has no idea. Nobody has no idea. The only thing that we do know, institution money's still going in. But wait a minute. We got a little problem here. He's getting the tail instead of the whole dog. What's he, nuts? This is crazy. All right, back to, here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Please pick up your free chart. Now, you heard Yellen telling how productivity isn't good, and you need productivity. It's all about productivity. This America can't be great again unless we increase productivity. But you can't increase productivity unless the CEOs are putting money into business investment, into new equipment. But CEOs aren't about to do that because CEOs took all their money and they went and got a law passed with Congress, the 10B law, which says they can go in and buy their own stock as much as they want, anytime they want, and they're not going to be charged with manipulation. Before 10B, they used to get charged with manipulating the stock market, because that's truly what it is, manipulating the market. That's what they're doing. Now, it is amazing these CEOs are getting so rich, but not Main Street. He's not participating because he's not in stocks, most of them. If they're in 401ks, they're getting screwed with all the fees. But think about this. So the CEO gets rich because he can borrow money at zero. So he's making, the average CEO in a public company is making $30 million a year. $30 million. 42% of their compensation comes from stock buybacks, because when the stock goes up, it hits their option. Are you kidding? You can't do that. I can't do that. I can't borrow money from zero, nor can you. So these guys borrow money. But here's what's really sick. You talk about income inequality. So now, what does Obama do? He goes in a stock buyback, bond buying program to drop. He buys all these bonds to make sure they get the interest rates down. So a wealthy guy buys $1 million house. He goes gets a mortgage. He cuts his cost by 40% because of Obama's policy to go buy bonds to drop the yields. So now his mortgage goes down. He saves 40% of his mortgage. It goes from 7% down to 1.6% or 2%. He saves 40%. But the guy that's working, not only is getting screwed with wages because they're not taking the money and investing it back into the company, they're investing into their own pocket with stock buybacks, but the guy on Main Street, he's not buying a house. He's got a rent. It used to be rental was 30% of your pay, of your take-home pay. Now it's 50% because there's so much demand for rental because people aren't making enough money to buy a house to get a down payment. So something's upside down here. You can't have America great again when we have CEOs manipulating the stock market through stock buybacks and they get money at zero. And the guy on Main Street is getting 5 credit cards to stay alive, and he's paying 18%. But the rich guy is getting all the money he wants at zero. Then the rich guy goes, he has a mortgage on his house, and all of a sudden the yields on a 10-year Treasury drop. And remember, the 10-year Treasury is tied to your 30-year fixed rate, and all of a sudden he saves 40% on his payment. Oh, no, but the guy on Main Street, the worker, he gets screwed. He goes from 30% of his income going to rent to 50% of his income going to rent. We're going to make America great. Look, it's not as easy as we're just going to put infrastructure in. You got to bring in these rules. You got to get the Glass-Steagall Act back. When you got stock of company going up 12 times faster than profits, you got profits. You got prosperity with no profits. This is creating the biggest bubble in the world. Then Trump wins. And now everybody says, oh, look at his policies. Oh, my God, he's going to do tax cuts, all these tax cuts. He's going to get rid of regulations, which we need to do. He's going to cut all those taxes, and that means this is terrific. So what happens? The idiots in Europe, they see the 10-year Treasury yield go up. Why? Because people here in the United States are dumping bonds to buy stocks. So they come over here. They can't buy stocks with euros. They got to buy it with dollars. So now they buy all their stocks with dollars. Dollars go up. So the value of the dollar is going up. And are you kidding? Now that's going to kill people, because when the dollar value goes up, 3M, Caterpillar, Starbucks, most of our companies in the S&P 500 companies, guess what? 60, 70% of their profits from overseas. They can't compete when the dollar's too high. So again, who's going to get killed? The guy on Main Street. Everything's geared for the top guys, not Main Street. And then when Bernanke was in front of Congress, listen to this.
Is it fair to say, though, that Wall Street has benefited more than Main Street has? I don't think so.
He says Wall Street hasn't benefited more than Main Street when the guy's got 5 credit cards and he's got to pay 18%, and the CEO can borrow money free, and he can go make a fortune. He can go buy a house, and his mortgage will drop 40% in his payments. Are you kidding? Oh, Main Street's really got it made. Are you kidding me? This is stupid. What's going on? So prosperity without profits. We got to do a lot to change. So here's all I want you to do. Don't fall for this rally. As long as the rally's going up, let's keep making money. Here, look, Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, what did we just say? We got about a 20% profit in Goldman Sachs, 29% profit in Goldman Sachs, just by simply watching the color-coded chart. It's that simple. 877-600-GANG. Check it out. Here's going. Look, if you can see it, if you're on my site right now, you have a mobile device. Look, right here. It changed from red. See where it was red right here? It turned green. I didn't have to know anything about it. So it turned green. Let's say we'll use 167. Okay? So it went from 167 to 212. Let's say you got in late. Let's say you got in 182 when it was green. 182 to 212. What's wrong with that? That's still an 8% return on your money. And that's about 12 days, an 8%. But here's the most important part about Goldman Sachs. Not the company, not what it does, that you know when to get out. When it starts turning red, you immediately start taking profits and you start getting out. Tell me one of your brokers, one of your planners, one of your managers are doing that, are calling you to tell you to get out of your stock. Are you kidding? They're not doing that. Look, to make America great, Trump will do it. But there's going to be a long way between now and then when there's no productivity. Our durable goods, remember, identifies economic growth. Our economic growth has been down now for 10 quarters. Productivity, which represents wage growth, for 10 years we're not having wage growth, especially for the last 8. Why? Because Obama has allowed these people to keep buying their own shares back. In the bond market right now, they're sending a fake signal, a wrong signal, okay, of this prosperity in the next 6 to 12 months. Join my gang. Get your free chart now. 877-600-GANG. Have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no All right. Go ahead. Hey, can you get me or somebody get me one of these? This whole thing's falling apart. Stop at a store and pick up, this thing I put over my microphone. It's all falling apart. You know the thing you put up the end of the microphone so it's not muffled. Maybe you have one. I don't know, but maybe Tommy could pick one up on the way up to one of the stores. Yeah, either you or JR. If you're downtown, you can pick up one of my windscreen's all fucked up. It's just a, what do you call it, small one that goes on the end of my mic. All right. I'm eating half of it during the show. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Do we get any calls today? Did we? All right, good. All right. Yeah. Well, I think today's show was good from the point of trying to say, how are you going to have America great again if these CEOs are screwing everybody? Yeah. I mean, really, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, but I keep telling them, make sure you buy, don't fight the tape. Okay, go ahead.